Yo, what's up, dudes? What's up? How you doing? So, just a quick video. It's late. It's 1:30 a.m. But I got a lot of emails in the last couple of days because apparently there was a big bust of Chinese guitars. And everyone's like, hey, you bought Chinese guitars 3 years ago. What do you think? And so I read the story, and they were like, $1 million worth of Chinese guitars seized. Some of these guitars represent other guitars worth up to $54,000. And I just laughed my ass off. So when you read the story, it actually says nearly 200 guitars. So less than 200 guitars were confiscated. The average price of a Chinese guitar is about $300. I see plenty below that, and I see plenty above it. I never see them more than, really, unless it's like an acoustic, almost every electric is under $350. So, and some of them, like, I see, one of mine was $226, one of mine was $236, one was $254. That's with the shipping, and $80 for the shipping. That's shipping included. So I just laughed because they're like, the street value of these guitars is like $1 million. That's like, arresting somebody with like, costume jewelry and saying, if this was real gold, it'd be worth $1 million. But it wasn't. They were, talk about sensationalism. So, they quoted a $1 million amount. And it's less than 200 guitars. Let's just assume that it's 200 guitars. We'll round up on that. And I think we can safely assume, the guitars are about $300. Based on my experience, that's about what they go for. About $300. That's $60,000, or 6% of their quoted amount of street value. So, that's, in my book, a 94% fail. But, they always try to pump up. The authorities, said it was worth $1 million. It's like, if those people were let's say a guy bought a Gibson. I think the $54,000 one had to be like that Gibson Heritage, like one of a kind. Do you really think the person who imported that for $450 or $500 is going to find a buyer, on the street for $54,000? Come over here. I want to show you a guitar in my trunk. Yeah, well, I'm only asking $54,000. I mean, I literally laughed out loud. But, I guess, you got to pad your numbers, make it look like you're doing something. Now, guitars get confiscated. It happens. The Chicago Customs, I think, went on a little rampage a while ago, and everyone was emailing me. They're like, they're busting people. It's like, that's like 14 months after I bought my last one. So doesn't really affect me. And then, of course, this one, I got a bunch of, emails as well. And again, doesn't really apply to me. I haven't bought one since March or April of 2011. So what's that? It's like over 3 years ago. But I guess people just, because I did a few videos on them, people are like, check it out. Be careful. I got nothing to worry about. My Chinese days are long over. Because like I said, get all into something. It's exciting. It's not so exciting. It's boring. And you're like, all right, that's over. Now what? Old Ibanez guitars. Yeah, I'm into it. Yeah, I'm sort of over it. Now what else? Now what? I was on the Squier kick for a while. Yeah, okay. Now I'm bored. So lately I've been looking at amps. Yeah. An amp that's going to sit right there and you're going to stare at and you're never going to hear it because it's 1:35 a.m. and the chances of me turning it on are close to 0.0. But maybe I'll do a daytime video. We'll do it. And there may be other ways to capture the audio. They make devices. I think they can take like the speaker out and attenuate it and use it almost like a DI box. So, there's ways, we might be able to figure something out. And, so I've been looking. We'll see. Could be something real soon. I was looking at something today. It had, 5 12AX7s in it and 2 6L6s, 60 watts. It could be a start. So we'll see. Trying a few things out. But I just wanted to come on and comment about that Chinese guitar one because I probably got a dozen emails on it in the last 3 days. And a couple of my friends were talking about it on the Facebook. And when I read the story, I was like, I almost detached my retina. My eyes were rolling so high. Like, $1 million. I still just laugh out loud. Oh, you guys. That's funny. But anyway. All right, dudes. I got a buddy. I got to get to bed because I got a buddy coming over tomorrow. Who I haven't seen in 18 years. We used to be in a band together. We're getting the band back together. And he plays in a metal band now. So I might even have to break out the 7-string because I think he's doing the 7-string down to C sharp. I'll have to get that all tuned up and get prepped for him, and it'll be good. I'll lay some links on you for his band, and they're good. They're good. They're kind of I think they're ranked 7th in the Boston area on Reverb Nation for metal bands. So they're doing pretty good. All right, dudes. Quick one. Just thought I'd share the laughs. And that's, one other comment. Wait, hold on. One other comment is, what are they going to do with the guitars? And I said, well, we're going to destroy them. And so a couple of people in the comments on there were like, well, why destroy them? Why not just take the name off and donate them? And one dude wrote down there and said, that's because they're unplayable. They're literally unplayable. And I was like, oh, God, people. Yeah. Actually, it would be a good idea to scrape the name off of it and donate them. I mean, why destroy them when you could donate them to schools? Get a router, scrape the name off, and send it on. I mean, there's plenty of people out there that'd be the first to point out the shape is wrong. Well, if the shape is wrong, then scrape the name off and donate it to a school. It's like, why destroy it? It's they're perfectly playable, and it just seems like a waste. But that's probably what's going to happen. Because it's the same people that came up with the $1 million valuation that are making the decisions. All right, dudes. All right. Rock on. Later.